Alright, how far is that in? I know, but where's that part? The part we left off. That was in the beginning? Okay. Shut up. Shut up. Gotta get my narrator voice. Gotta get my narrator voice. Asuna plopped down naked on the sofa and glared definitely at me. Kirito, hurry up and take your clothes off, she said in an authoritative tone. Wait, we're continuing?
No.
It would be stupid if we stopped here. I hurriedly complied. Opening the window indicated by Asuna, I toggled off the option buried deep within the menu. Because of the hurry start, there was no romantic mood to speak of. Sitting on the bed, which was slightly too small for the both of us, we slowly did as much as the system would allow. The dim blue moonlight filtered through the window, casting complex shadows on the bed. Since Selenberg has no marketplace, the townspeople disappear at night. The only thing I could do was hear faint whispers of the lake and my alarm-like heartbeat, which seems to echo around the room. By this time, Asuna and I had removed all of our clothing. We had been kneeling on the bed in front of one another's excuse me, for about 2.5 minutes. I couldn't read Asuna's expressions as she balled up her fists and her knees and looked down. I thought I should probably be the one to take the first action in this situation, but not being able to predict the outcomes of any of my choices, I sat in petrified silence. I considered what would happen if I were to yell out "sorry" and re-equip my minimal clothing at Mach speed before escaping out the room. What would she say? I guess it can't be helped, and forgive me when we meet again tomorrow? There were no way she would. Remembering back to the distance pants when I was only 13 when I started, when the first time I ever logged into SAO, the winter to 8th grade, I don't really recall how I was at that time, but I sacrificed all sexual energy that starts to awaken in boys around that age in order to immerse myself in games. As a result, I never been in a situation where I've been alone with a girl in a room. Obviously, I'd also never been naked with a girl before. To tell the truth, I would have liked for Asuna, who I thought was probably a few years older than me and thus has expertise in this area, to take the lead. However, it seems that everyone at SAO, including her, viewed me as being older than I really was, since I would never really denied any of it. There's no way I could actually say to her in this situation, "Sorry, but I strengthened my resolve." Even then, if I had the knowledge of the experience, I never had loved or felt such intense feelings for someone like I have for Asuna. Ever since SAO started, there was numerous times where I was in a situation where I told myself, "You can't run away no matter what." But I had to muster up great willpower that then then I extended my right hand and moved my body forward. My fingertips softly touched that gentle curve that was Asuna's shoulder. Her body quivered sharply. I slowly traced a path down from her collarbone to the nape of her neck.
Ready up.
Asuna let out a soft moan as her eyes closed. The blood rushed to her cheeks and her eyebrows frowned. For some time I watched Asuna's response in secret delight as I touched her all over the place. Slightly excited by her fresh reactions, I went a bit overwhelmed as I kept my fingertip at a point where I was just barely touching her and continued to slowly glide smoothly across her skin. I crawled down her arms, which were firmly hiding both her breasts, circled around her stomach, and reversed direction up her arms again. Every time my finger moved... not the CNC. Every time my finger moved, Asuna's body would shake a soft moan and would leak out. After caressing her entire body, I put my right hand finger under her small under her small chin and lifted her head up. With my left index finger, I delightfully traced her wet, shiny, cherry-colored lips. No, not just your finger. A softly blushing Asuna opened her eyes slightly and looked at me pleadingly. "Kiss me." ... I slowly moved my face closer. Asuna's lips parted slightly as if they couldn't wait no longer. But instead of fastening our lips together, I softly poked her lower lip with the tip of my tongue.
What?
Oh, hold on. As if sneaking me out, Asuna stuck out her tongue. But I restrained myself and moved to avoid her, softly touching her with the top of touching her with the top of my tongue. Asuna let it out an irritated sound of both anticipation and need as I abruptly plugged my tongue in her mouth. What the fuck? I violently swished my tongue around. The tactical senses in SAO are just like the sense of taste, pre-programmed and activated in accordance to the situation. When you consider this, the only conclusion that one can draw is that feeling of a deep kiss must be really programmed in. Well, it's not like I've ever really experienced this in real life. An indescribable, bewitching feeling assaulted my nerves. My tongue entwined Asuna and I forcefully stuck on as I felt all my strength go out of her body. Her eyes were moist and dim, and she was breathing erratically as I took out my tongue out her mouth, and then proceeded to lick down her neck, behind her ear, and the hollow of her collarbone. When I eventually reached the soft valleys that were the top of her breasts, not the soft valleys of her breast, which had been headed up until now. Her body leapt and twitched. Her arms gripped tighter and tighter. She shook her head from side to side. Asuna, move your arms. But I want to see your breast, Asuna. I caught her wrist. We crossed together. I caught together and pulled them apart as I slowly licked and sucked my way towards the peak of her white breasts that were gradually being revealed. No! Asuna's arms were firmly at her sides, as her twin peaks were revealed to my eyes. The swells, which are usually hidden by those fitting night clothing and breastplate, were bigger than I had imagined. Not the big boobs. Full and protruding, sharply forward. At the tip were a pair of nipples, which were difficult to distinguish from the surrounding area, standing impenetrably in a cone shape. Regrettably, the entire room was currently... You know, someone actually took their time and wrote this. Regrettably, the entire room was currently bathed in the blue. Hot. Yes, sir. Regrettably, the entire room was currently bathed in the blue glow of the moonlight, and... Asuna, turn on the lights. Wait, no, don't. Having accepted the rejection of my request, I sucked her left nipple in my mouth.
Yo.
Ignoring the shrilling voice that Asuna let out the sudden attack, I chewed on the hard nub with my lips as my tongue rolled around the stiff tip. No! My voice isn't high pitched anymore. I firmly held Asuna's right hand that tried to push me away as she cried out while her whole body convulsed and moved my left hand to the other breast. I squeezed her peak between my two fingers, then gently used the nail of my index finger to stimulate the tip of her nipple. Phone.
What's up with nipples?
Oh? As I tortured both breasts, Asuna's convulsions and sweet cries rose in intensity. Going a bit overboard, I bit down the protruding object that was in my mouth and somewhat violently began to chew on it. While at the same time, the thumb of my index finger on my left hand painfully twisted the other nipple. No way. Asuna's body suddenly stiffened. Her arms, which now encircled the back of my head, tightened the grip. No, I'm what the fuck? Just with my breast. She was unable to speak after that. letting out a
No,
hoarse, high-pitched
no.
cry from the depths of her throat. Asuna twitched and her body jumped out, convulsing against me. She was still. Some people, mashers are into that. Some were unable to speak. She was unable to speak after that. Letting out a hoarse, high-pitched cry from the depths of her throat, Asuna twitched and her body jumped once before collapsing against me. She was breathing heavily. Her body what the fuck is that word? Intermittently convulsed slightly. Asuna, just now. No, it's embarrassing. I never had anything like that happen until now. Until now? Asuna ducked her body and looked down in an embarrassing manner. It's nothing. Nothing at all. Tell me. I moved my left hand over Asuna's left breast as she leaned against me and grasped her nipple before putting on it. No, stop, no more with the breast. What do you mean by until now? Asuna spoke halting in a crying voice that was once again mixed with sweet moans. About the ethic code off. After I learned about it, I did it a couple times. What did you do? While thinking about you, Kirito, playing with my breast and down below? Talking about her fantasy seemed to have increased Asuna's misogynistic side. Her breathing was gradually becoming ragged as she clung to me. Down below? Like around here? I gently moved my hand that has been... I like my Kirito voice, it's very fitting. I gently moved the hand that had been abusing her breast downward. I stroked her tense stomach, then ever slowly moved into the direction. I went over the slight swell of her abdomen, and when my fingertips reached the entrance of the two mounds, not the fucking pussy lips, Asuna grasped as her body shook. No! I used the index finger and middle finger of my left hand to stimulate the area around her vagina, while taking care not to touch the center. I enjoyed the sensation of squeezing the two mounts together. Oh no, then pulling them apart.
Hold them off.
Asuna knelt down, putting both her arms around me, and moaned while burying her face on my neck as both my fingers moved about, causing her body to jump and twitch. There, no. But that voice gradually became hoarse as she took her head and wiggled her body. That can't... Well, not the ops. Thinking that I was teasing her too much, I gradually moved around my middle finger towards the center. As Asuna let out a remarkable loud cry, my finger was enveloped in a slimy sensation. Not the coming. The place that was seemingly endlessly so hot, moist, and indescribably soft that I involuntarily stirred with my two fingers. No! Asuna cried out as her body started to shake and jump. Without regard for that, I knelt. I kneeled to the little knob that was peeking out from the top of the slit with my thumb, while spreading it apart open with two fingers. Oh no! It appeared that Asuna could no longer speak as she dug her nails into the back of into my back and arched her back as far as she could.
Oh my god.
No, I can't take it anymore. But in another sense, I was also on my limit. I wanted to see every single part of Asuna's body so badly that I pushed her down onto the bed and grabbed her legs, spreading them apart. What? Asuna came out of the hazy state and bucked her body to escape as she realized that she was in an extreme embarrassing position. There was no way that I was going to lose a grip now.
But how are we supposed to communicate?
What, Kirito? Don't look so closely. Asuna. I raised my head and looked steadily into Asuna's eyes. Should we turn on the light? No! Asuna forcefully rejected my suggestion as she shook her crimson red face. Giving up, I devoted myself to examining Asuna's hidden place. I'm really reading smut. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. The soft and fluffy pubes.
No, stop.
The soft and fluffy pubes were pure white, hey yo, and smooth without a single hair growing there. This was to say,
That's-
rather than than the
okay.
preference of the developers, a limitation of the system itself. Hair type objects are of extreme heavy category. As a result, aside from hair on the head and beards, there is absolutely no hair anywhere else on the body of SAO players. In between the two mouths was a single slit. There was, and further into the light colored folds. From time to time, a clear fluid dripped out and floated towards Asuna's anus before turning into beads of light and disappearing. Whether it was from embarrassment or loss of strength, Asuna has stopped struggling. So I took my hand off her right foot and slowly spread the slit open. Asuna's eyes turned vacant as she softly moaned. Inside the slit, compared to the information that I received from the net in the real world,
Fuck you, who did you
was an
kill?
unusually simple design with what I thought peach color in membrane spreading smoothly on the inside and bottom. The vaginal opening, which tirelessly produced clear fluid, was quietly throbbing, and in the upper part, which where the slit closed together, was a protrusion with a protrusion peak its head top. Within SAO, the male players must have at least once or twice racked their brains in wondering what part of the female player looked like. But I was experiencing a certain kind of emotion having discovered the answer to this question. Of course, in my own lower half, there was a certain thing which has swelling, which having swelled to its limits was seeking release. But this was the first time since I entered SAO that it's become like this. There is a somewhat interesting story concerning all of this. I apologizing for digressing, but when SAO was under development, the Argus company had internally closed alpha testing during the time, which they reasoned that since players would have no use for genitals, it would not be necessary to objectify it. However, in reality, they found out that most male testers would experience a certain amount of severe anxiety. Even so, when there was no problem... How much more do I have of this? Do I have to keep reading this? I'm on page 4.
No,
Fuck
you
me.
don't have to, bro. No one asked you to.
It's great content. Bro, if
How
my
did you
college
kill it?
finds this, it's gonna be daylight for me.
Fuck you, how did you kill it?
Well then. That was interesting to read.
So what did you
No, I'm done. I'm done. I didn't go to the sex part. Cause no, I didn't want to go to the sex part. Oh yes, Philip. Are you
Oh.
fucking me?
Because the dumbest is just standing still doing dumb things.
Fuck you, by the way, everyone's by the cops.
It's
Right.
only you guys. No, melee him. No, melee him.
Why
Melee
you
him.
hit him three
No, melee
times?
him.
Why?
He did nothing.
Well, I was barely I put gas! What are you talking about?
I don't believe
You can barely, what do you mean? You guys
God
just
damn it,
ignore
Akil.
anything.
God damn it, Akil. Weave stupid.
Well, yeah, cops. Well, cops you did, but still, what do you mean? Why'd you have to murder me, bro?
But what if the devil was challenged by another devil?
Come on, man. I have 2 pocket
Succubus.
knives ready for you. Fucker. Oh, nah, you're a dickhead for that.
they should make it how when you marry someone, it should be an animation. Or not like, oh, this one
Damn it, you're
just falls
catching
off
up to
like
me.
a knife.
Stupid.
Grab me. No, just grab me.
Fuckhead. Did you forget I was the spray god? Don't worry about how many I had.
That's my good
How
boy.
many do you have?
Mommy has a reward for you.
That is a question
Come
indeed.
home, sweetie.
Damn, I didn't burp. Birdman just saw all of this. For Honor, bro. I just started a stream for freaking Friday. Now we're gonna go on For Honor.
Let's continue this.
I'd like For Honor. I wouldn't mind it, but if I wasn't streaming, then...
Let's continue. Let's do like 2 matches.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Not her.
Okay, wait. Didn't you say, okay, what you're getting on Friday? What happened?
He got bored. That's what happened.
I mean, I don't know. You were Jason. I don't know. Maybe you'll be better with it or not.
Yeah, but
Uppertbitch.com.
It was literally just us and another guy.
Oh, Birdman, 27.
No, bird is the word. No, I have no idea.
Oh, someone's joining.
I have no idea. We can just start up an Instagram chat in the case he doesn't join.
Okay, well, fuck you. We're gonna keep your preference investigation. Just ready up so we can get the matches done with.
Looks ready up.
If we want to get in For Honor.
We take notes. We take notes. It's 13 days, bro.
I'm gonna be a fucking senior. We're old. Angel's old.
Yeah.
Philip is the oldest.
Okay, yeah, we know. We know.
Hell yeah. I still have my youth left.
Yeah, barely.
Still younger than you fags. I've been satisfied.
Wait, his mic actually died?
Man, those pupusas were mid. Half of it was just a fucking dough. El masa. Actually, you kinda thick though. Looking scrumptious. Paint me like one of your French girls. Upwardbitch.com. Why don't you want to be Jason anymore?
What, you Jason?
I don't want to be horny anymore.
I have to do something.
I want to be happy.
To escape.
Yeah, aren't you both?
I told you long ago.
I thought you was both, Eric.
What happened, Misa Marambram?
Aren't you horny and happy?
Yes, I am indeed horny and happy. Fair point. That's why I'm building up my med sprays. That's why I'm almost at 6.
I'm only horny.
And that's why I have a flare. That's why I'm at the fuse box.
Eric, I'm only horny. I'm not happy because the Q never gave me any ass.
Kill never gave you ass. Nah, Kill never gave you that sloppy toppy 360 gawk gawk. I, f- I found a
Yeah,
tape.
Akil never gave me head, bro. So,
I found a tape, but not a sex tape. Ha 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 ha.
like, why do you think I don't
Cho
talk
Mara, how the fuck are you already here?
Why do you think I talk to more guys? Because guys are the new wave, F females. Pussy is
No, I
boring.
wasn't. I was simply walking. I guess with a clap of my thumb and dick
This is the
cheeks,
new wave.
I got
Yo,
your bitch ass. Hey,
Yo, Eric, yo,
why?
Eric, is this not true?
Is it because I outplayed you?
Yo, Eric, is this? No, Eric.
No way that your fucking house, bro.
Yo, Eric.
Hmm?
Eric, is this not true? Tell me not, bro. Pussy got boring. Dudes are the new wave. Like, I need some dick.
Pussy got boring. Pussies. It was never boring, but I mean, yeah, dudes be hot too.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, bro. Dudes are the new wave. Dudes are the new wave. I like men. Okay, I mean, not here. What if the stream blows up?
What if my channel blows up? That'd be the day that the multiverse is going under a crisis. But hey, if my channel blows up, I don't have to go to college. Yes, I do. I need to. Me as fuck buys a multi-million-dollar house. Hey, mommy, I got this for my last paycheck. Her? Okay, but do you have an actual job? She just stare. And I'd be like, lol. Damn, we're about to get disconnected.
No college.
No college? What big boy? So no head?
Was Angel host?
Angel was host.
Why did you leave?
That's one thick boy. Bluetooth mic die. I told you long ago. Ba-da-ba.
Let me go look at the stream.
I told you long ago. Ba-da-ba.
Let me go look at the stream.
That's why you sound like a bitch.
Hold up.
So we're gonna play For Honor. Does that mean I have to start another stream? Just rename it, bitch. I can't keep the stream going because PlayStation built stupid and I can't fucking change the game. Bro, I feel like farting. Oh god, my farts stink. Holy shit, that smell nasty. Let's just play For Honor. We haven't played in a hot millisecond. Or do you want to play Siege? I bet.